Welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racey, and I'm going to be the one giving the messages for you today. It's for Taurus suns and those who have strong or significant Taurian placements in their charts. All right, for those of you not familiar with me or the channel, please be aware I have no filter. I do not sugarcoat my messages. I'm a Sag. I'm a very raw and real reader, and I am aware that anything can come out of my mouth at any time. If that is not your thing, you got kids around, don't appreciate those kinds of messages, I'm always very respectful of that. I give you the opportunity to sign off now. Okay? Otherwise, we are getting into these messages for your energy for September. So, Spirit, please. I'm using my Wild Unknown Tarot and my Sacred Rebels Oracle. What is going on with Taurus and Taurian energies for September? What is going on with Taurus and Taurian energies for September? What insights can you give us for Taurus and those with strong Taurian placements? What is going on? Temperance. Might be significant if you have strong Sagittarian placements in your chart. Seven of Swords in the reverse. What else? That's a great card to actually flip out reverse. All my cards in the deck are always face upright. So if they fly out in the reverse, I keep them that way. What else, Spirit, for Taurus for September? The Eight of Wands. One more. For Taurus and Taurian energies for September. What is going on? Insights, please. Strength. Wow. We've got Judgment on the bottom and the Daughter of Swords on top. All right, Taurus. I like this energy. The Judgment card is about the resurrection of peace. The resurrecting of the integrated self that is the underlying issue on the bottom of the deck. That is the goal of September. To resurrect the spirit within the self. We've got Gemini energy, the Lovers under that, the Tower under that, and the Father of Cups under that. Listen. If you've been at war with yourself, if you've been at war with yourself and have emotions deep in the subconscious that you're not expressing or talking about, the resurrection of your higher self is coming into alignment, and it's because there's this Daughter of Swords, right? This air energy, who might be wise beyond their years, who's giving you, I just heard a very sharp truth I don't feel like the words are sharp. I feel the way that it hits you is super fast. It's almost like having to revisit an old wound and cut it open. Possibly dealing with family with this Judgment card. The dove here is flying out of a wave or nest of bats. You might be in a situation where you are literally in the cave or in the dark night or surrounded by people that are not your kind. You are a dove, right? You're not meant to be hanging out in the cave with the bats. You're a dove. You're meant to hang out with the other birds. Bats aren't even in the bird family, right? They're mammals. Like, they're not even of the same genus. And you've got this little daughter bird, this princess of swords, which is the truth in the mind. And I think that's exactly where it hits you. I think whatever they say, it just hits your mind different. It's almost like the buried part of yourself, the beautiful light part of yourself that you buried in this cave, goes into like almost like a hyperdrive mode and wants to come back out, race back out, and it's light. Because the daughter of truth brought a sword and cut it. Cut it wide open. And you're like, I gotta get out of this cave. There's a wisdom in that, right? We get this temperance energy, this Sagittarian energy, and there's the crane on the card. The Sagittarian energy is probably breaking a sweat, right? Especially if this Daughter of Swords has significant Sagittarian placements, this air sign, or this air energy has significant Sagittarian placements, because the Sag energy that they have, or the Sagittarian energy in the cosmos that's affecting their chart, right? It's almost making them sweat. You could see the crane is dripping water onto the fire. They're breaking a sweat, but they're putting their feet to the fire to do or say whatever needs to be said, because they can't lie to themselves anymore, or they won't let you lie to yourself anymore. The lie has to be released. The thieving energy exchange has to be released. The energy draining has to be released. And so they're sweating it, but they're putting their feet to the fire. And lo and behold, when they put their feet to the fire, it's the sweat that puts the fire out. It's the effort that puts the fire out. Because the truth comes out and the energy draining stops. Spirit starts giving you epiphany after epiphany after epiphany after epiphany, because the Eight of Wands is exactly that. We got this radiant rainbow lightning, which is spirit revelation hitting the wand. And you emerge the lion, the Leo energy, and its radiance, its light with the rose in its mouth. It's an offering of love. This Daughter of Swords, who pulled you out of that fucking cave, putting their feet to the fire for you. you've got a whole lot of love and gratitude for them. Because whatever they said or whatever they did, because to be fair, actions speak, communicate louder than words. Whatever they did, you realized something. You realized something. It was like a lightning flash, and you remember who the fuck you are and who's the most important to you. It's almost like, without them, who are you? Especially if they're your daughter. If you're not there for them, who are you? That's the part of your heart, that's the part of your spirit that comes flying out. It's a remembrance of who you are. It's the resurrection of who you are. The most beautiful part of yourself in your creation of this life. Whoever the Daughter of Swords is, they're taking a huge risk because they love you. Whatever they're doing and whatever they're saying they're doing it and they're saying it because they fucking love you. You are of their kind. And they can't stand seeing you in that cave, to where they literally flew into the darkness of the cave to bring this truth to you with their words or actions, however they're communicating what they're feeling, witnessing you in the cave to you. You can't lie to yourself anymore about who you really are and where you're meant to be. And Spirit is going to drive it home. Spirit's going to drive it home. Because I think the longer you stay in that cave, the more painful it's going to get. And the more you're going to wish and pray and long for your old self back, because you just don't resonate with these fucking bats. You just don't. The bats can have each other. There's plenty of bats. There's plenty of bats. They're their own kin and kind. They have plenty of each other. You've got to go back to your own kin and your own kind. And when you do, you're going to feel like your old self, especially if you got strong Leo placements. Love in your words and in your actions. Rose in the mouth. Because you've got nothing for love but love for this person. They took a risk because you're worth it. Let's get some guidance. What card above all others, Spirit, please, for Taurus and those with strong Taurian placements that resonated to this message? What guidance card above all others would you give them with this reading? What would you like them to hear and know? Every journey starts with a step. There is a woman vulnerable in her birthday suit with a suitcase of transformation. Seeing and feeling and downloading the light. True Christ consciousness. Card number 12. Ooh, just felt like something was crawling on my leg. Forgive me. Card number 12. Let's just say whatever it is that is not meant to be there is going. It is on its way out. All right. Every journey starts with a single step. You are on a journey, yes, and it is an internal journey, but there is also a physical expression of this journey that is going to become increasingly important to the fulfillment of your destiny in this lifetime. Your journey has started on the inside, but its destination will be of the physical expression of an internal healing. This journey will draw upon what you have learned and mastered over the course of your life. So much so that you may feel as though your life experiences have prepared you just for this particular adventure. You have all that you need within you. This is not a time to worry about what you are going to take with you. From within your heart, you will sense what needs to come along for the ride and what needs to be left behind for now. You may be surprised at exactly how much can be left behind without you feeling concerned or anxious. You will be able to travel far lighter than you have ever imagined. To be best equipped for this journey, you will need a lightness of heart and the realization that change can be an incredible blessing, even if what you are leaving behind is something you had once found secure, safe, familiar, or comforting. Just as the butterfly leaves the chrysalis behind when it is time to spread its newly formed wings, so too are you ready to leave behind what once was and embrace what is more appropriate for you at this time. Don't be surprised if whatever it is, because I'm checking, whatever it is on its way out tries to startle you. Whatever you're leaving behind, right, with the bats. Don't be surprised if they try to startle you, if they essentially swarm your energy, just try and distract you, try and threaten your peace, whatever it is. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about what you have to leave behind. Things are just things, to be fair, if you're literally leaving somewhere. I mean, we're talking about traveling in this card. If you are leaving somewhere, don't be afraid of what has to get left behind. Stuff is just stuff. Stuff can be replaced. Your kin can't. Your kind can't. Your family can't. They can't be replaced. You cannot replace your family. Your blood family or soul family. They cannot be replaced. So whatever stuff you've got to leave behind, whether it's literal stuff, energetic stuff, people, whatever you got to do to travel light, take what you need and leave the rest. Take what you need and leave the rest. It's just stuff. God knows I moved over 20 times in 3 years. I let a lot of stuff go. A lot. And everything I've ever let go of has been replaced with better. All of it, literally, plus some. Sometimes you just have to let it go. Because the stuff ain't worth your kin. In blood or spirit. Ain't worth it. Whatever gives you a hard time on the way through your transformation, wish them nothing but the best. And remember, the bats all have each other. They don't actually need you there. They all have each other. You come blasting out that cave in full light to the sky where you belong, with who you belong with, and the vibration that was always meant for you. Because you will be fine. You will come out stronger. You will come out more connected to yourself and feeling like yourself than you've ever been. You're going to feel at home. Metaphorically and or literally. This is the resurrection of yourself. Welcome back to the world, Taurus. Welcome back. The world has been without you for too long. Welcome back. With that said, guys, this is Divine Rebel Racey signing out. Remember always, love each other, and most importantly, love yourselves. Bye, everybody.